So while the rest of the world sleeps, I'm up. I'm up. You know, trying to make some things happen, man. Trying to make some things happen, you know. What does it take, you know? And gotta have my 2 legal pads, you know, small size. And don't want you to see what I got written on, you know. So, just, you know, some things for me that I've scheduled, you know, keep for tomorrow. And, well, technically today it's about 2 or 3 in the morning. And, you know, while the rest of the world sleeps, man, you know, gotta keep it moving, It's talking about, you know, the way you come at things, In the past, I used to, I would be up about the, you know, in the middle of the night, you know, working on different things, you know, and, you know, I'm literally working on 2 and 3 things at one time. I was on the go, you know, and I knew I wasn't going to get money, you know, for those activities right then and there, but I knew long term, you know, that I could make them happen, and when I launch them, that they're always going to, you know, create their own, you know, enterprises, you know, and I'm not talking about trying to dominate the world, you know what I mean? A lot of people want to dominate the world. They want to, you know, build this major empire, you know what I mean? And it's nothing wrong with the empire. It's nothing wrong with that at all, you know, but I'm honest with myself. I'm just one man, but one man can move a mountain. One man can move a mountain, and I've already proven that to myself throughout the whole course of my life. But again, I'm coming at things different now. I'm coming at things different now. I'm taking it one step at a time, one moment at a time, and understanding, you know, staying in the real world at all times, you know, and being honest with myself along the way, you know. And this is that manila folder I talked about. It's got these 11 things in it, and you know, do those 11 things, and I'll be done. You know, won't be nothing left for me to do. You know, and one thing we left probably is just, you know, the Nobody Show tour, and I'm actually changing the name of the show. I'm actually gonna change the name, man. I'm gonna change it to something else, and changing the Imperfect Meal to something else. I'm changing everything, coming at it a whole different way. It's time to, you know, revamp things and switch things out. And so, got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do. I want to change where I, you know, broadcast my show from, because I never was comfortable with that company. I'm never going to get paid from it, and I'm okay with that. That was not my, you know, my goal. My goal was to go on tour. And, but at the same time, though, it's the way that they're doing things. But I don't want to get into that. It's not that important to me right now. What's important is how you come in things. And this is my world, man. You know, while the world sleeps. And, yeah, coming at the way you come at things, you know, the way I'm coming at things. I'm talking about myself and myself only. You know, again, in the past, man, I did love, you know, the way I operated, my energy level so high. And it was not no thing where I worked throughout the night and all of a sudden I'm sleeping all day. It wasn't like that, you know what I mean? I probably go to sleep about, you know, I used to go to sleep around, I don't know, I would say maybe 3 or 4, somewhere in there. And then sun, you know, just come up to 5. Or you can count on them every time, you know, in the region I was living in, and I could call home. And so, you know, when the sun comes up, I'm ready to go. Let's get it popping, you know. So it might seem like, okay, well, you only got 2 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep, or whatever. But, you know, here's the thing, you know, I wrote down something, you know, that this lady said. And I actually read this to someone who was asking me my advice on something. And I'm gonna read it right now, man. And it's something I got when I had my large number of followers on Facebook, and it's something that, this lady has said. I wrote it down, man. It was so cold because I subscribe to that. That's the way I think, it's so crazy. And it says, if you wake up tomorrow with no job, no career, no prospects, no hustle, then you had no business going to bed. And I always put unknown woman out there, because I don't know what's that, what I mean? I never forgot it though, and I wrote it down. And I always put it right, just to make sure I remember each word. I would write it down in these different pieces of paper, and everywhere I move, whatever my movements are, I would keep that, you know what I mean? And if I change, like from carrying a briefcase, from carrying a bag, whatever, I'm making sure I keep rewriting that, and keeping it everything I have, in the car, everywhere. And even in the bathroom, got it on the wall, you know what I mean? And because I subscribe to that, I do believe that, by myself, and I'm after the ultimate happiness. I'm after the ultimate joy, and I'm serious about it. I'm committed to it. And so I'm really glad that, although I was very not happy the way God moved, the way he made me have to sit still and all that. Again, when I was doing 3-4 things, I was doing 2 and 3 episodes of the Nobody Show at night, a day and everything, man. And, and then plus 2 or 3 other things, might record a song, This is my everyday. This is me all day, every day, And I'm glad that God made me, be still. I am glad because, at some point, it was bound to have a collision course. And even though, to be honest with you, I really was on the precipice of great success. I really was. In all those arenas, everything was coming together perfect. And sometimes you just run into, a roadblock, or you make a wrong turn or something to that effect. And, I can never say which, because spiritually speaking, how can you ever really know? How can you ever really know? So how can you know destiny, And I think it was, I just ran into some roadblocks, and I made a wrong turn. And so stop my flow. Sometimes you can get in your own way. You can get in your own way. And I would definitely say I got in my own way. But you learn lessons from life, or that's the plan at least, we're supposed to learn from our mistakes, And again, I really can't say it's a mistake, because I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I wouldn't be having grown, to internally the way I have now, You can sometimes grow internally and it be worth more than growing externally. Meaning, let's say you could achieve great success, but you're not, it's something missing, or you don't realize that maybe it's, some things maybe, internally that's going to eventually bring you back down to earth. And you've done all that work, not for nothing, no. You're always gonna, have some kind of gratification and always some reward for hard work. Always, If nothing else, is knowing that, you're capable of doing it. But I'd rather be where I am now, in a way. I don't get wrong. I have regrets. Sure, I have regrets, but I'd rather be internally where I am now, because I never would have got here. I never would have got here had I, even if I would have achieved those great successes, and I never still would have gotten to where I am now internally. No way. There's no way. I would have still been holding on to some things and feeling some things that I've been carrying even since my childhood, you know. And it was hunting me. It was hunting me, man. And, you know, I couldn't, as much as I loved being different, there was times I still, you know, would become this kid. You know, I would become that shy kid. And, you know, I was talking about that in the last couple of videos. And how, you know, I never would have became the man I am. You know, the man would have never stood out front and been more dominant. And I realized the importance of it. You know, it's fun being a kid. It is, man. You know, you're free. You can do what you want to, when you want, how you want. You know, you pop it, you know, hey, if you got it, you can pop a sunroof, you know, or whatever situation it may be. You know, it's cool, man. It's fun. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And but you know, when the man is taking over and taking strong, then you can close deals on life. You can, you know, make things happen a lot stronger, you know, a lot more powerful, you know what I mean? And so I never would have achieved that level of inner height, you know, without me falling back, you know? So I don't look at it as any kind of mistakes. I don't look at it as any kind of, you know, you know, even, I just don't look at it that way, you know? And so, this is me, man. This is me now. You know, coming at it different. I'll be honest with you, it's been weird, man. I got tired for the first time in my life. I never get tired. I don't get tired, you know. And I got tired this last year. You know, I actually got tired. You know, God was putting so much on me, and plus what I was doing with it, working with myself, you know. And instead of me working 9,000 hours, I only worked one the whole time, just one thing, and I finished it. You know what I mean? And that's not something I'm really counting on to, you know, carry the day. Don't get me wrong, if it does come through, it's gonna be huge. But you know, once I finished it, I had satisfaction when I finished it, you know, and that's all I needed to do, you know. Is knowing that I didn't just let time go. I made it productive, you know what I mean? And that meant way more to me, because these 11 things, you know, it proves to me that if I take that same process and apply it to these 11 things, then everything is going to work out the way it needs to. Whereas in the past, I would have probably took 5 of these at one time and been working them all, you know what I mean? And yeah, I might would have gained some ground because, you know, I move fast, you know, I'm constant, you know, again, every day, I'm trying to move that needle all night, I'm trying to move that needle, you know, but now I'm different in the sense that I have priorities now, I know what's important now, you know, and so I understand too that there are times when I have to put this aside and say, you know, whether romantically speaking or whatever, I have to put that out front. You know, I have to put out front times when I need to just go fishing. You know what I mean? And just, you know, put all this aside, you know. But I also feel like that the quicker I get it done, the quicker I get this process going and get it started, the quicker I'll start getting rewards out of it, you know, in a different way than I did in the past. And it'll be long-standing, you know, coming at it different, man, and just thinking different, you know. And I like me, man. I'm very proud of myself. I am very proud of myself, and, you know, I'm looking forward to how things are going to unfold, you know, one by one. And I'll know, check this, you know, one by one, and I'll get these 11 things done. And they're not easy. None of them are easy. They're all, you know, worlds of their own, and so none of them are easy. And, I'm not going to be the one man gang, anymore. I've always been. It's not going to just be me, I'm working hard to make sure that I get, bring in, some help, and do this thing the right way, the long-standing way, and so that, we other people can eat too, and that's what I always wanted anyway. I always wanted other people to eat too, and I just had to convince them, and show them, that ride with me, I got you, and I just didn't know how to do it because I was being a kid, you know what I mean? And now being a man, I know how to say it, I know how to express myself, I know how to put it out there where it's sellable, and they understand that I'm sincere about it and I mean what I say, so coming at it different, man, just coming at things different, but yeah, while the world sleeps, this is my world right here. This is what I do, got my 2 pens, and I'm finally about to open up this mail envelope and go to work. So time has came, man. So this is me, man, and I gotta go to work. I'll holler, stay up. Better still, get some sleep.